Gwen Stefani's hair transformation is hard to ignore. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. No doubt about it, no doubt frontwoman Gwen Stefani became one of music's most recognizable stars after the band broke into the mainstream. Though the band had been together for a while, they didn't become a household name until the release of their third album, 1995's Tragic Kingdom. In the music video for the album's lead single, Just a Girl, Stefani rocked her go-to look at the time, which was a sporty, laid-back, cool girl aesthetic with a hint of pin-up glam. From that moment on, she was a bona fide style icon. "I've always been a girl who loves to dress up," the Hollaback Girl singer told Harper's Bazaar in 2012, adding that it was her grandmother who presented her with her first tube of red lipstick while she was still in high school. Much like her bold red lip, the Grammy-winning artist's platinum blonde hair is, without question, a key part of her signature style. As she said in Teen Vogue in 2014, "My mom started letting me do my hair in 9th grade with the frosting cap and all that. But it was a big moment for me when I did my whole head." Over the years, Gwen Stefani's look has certainly changed, and she's tried different hair colors, styles, and lengths. But every time she mixes things up, it seems like it isn't long before she gets back to her classic blonde. From shocking hue shifts to edgy and dramatic chops and everything in between. Here is Gwen Stefani's hair transformation. Underneath it all, Gwen Stefani is a brunette. "Nothing here is me. Everything is fake," Gwen Stefani quipped to ET at a 2015 Beautycon event where she was promoting her Harajuku Lovers fragrance collection and accessories. When pressed by the interviewer about her natural hair color, the singer replied, Who knows? I haven't seen it since 9th grade. But thanks to throwback photos like the one above on her Instagram account, we do know Gwen Stefani's real hair color is brown. Yep, underneath it all, she's a really lovely brunette. Stefani started to stray from her roots in high school when she would use a frosting cap to add blonde highlights at home. Once she started, the voice coach, who counts Blondie frontwoman Debbie Harry as one of her rock and roll models, couldn't stop. Although the tragic real-life story of Debbie Harry was much darker than Stefani's sunny California life, the two share a common thread. They both established themselves as pop-rock powerhouses in a male-dominated industry. It was Harry's strong, sexy on-stage presence in Blondie that helped young Stefani find her power and, ultimately, her signature hair color. "I never felt really strong growing up, until I discovered Blondie," she told Rolling Stone. "She was sexy, and she wasn't ashamed to be rocking out, and to me, that's having it all." Normally, perky Gwen Stefani had a blue period California girl Gwen. Stefani's connection to the happiest place on earth shaped her aesthetic in a big way. "I grew up near Disneyland, and my brother's an animator, so I was always really inspired by bright cartoony colors and that whole feeling of happiness," she told Teen Vogue in 2014. That was never more apparent than when Stefani showed up to the 1998 MTV Video Music Awards with blue hair that matched her fuzzy blue bikini top. The coordinating ensemble, which some unfavorably compared to a Smurfette, was put together on a whim. As Stefani told Entertainment Weekly, "I was laying in bed thinking I wanted to dye my hair blue, and I found that bikini top in my drawer. It turned into a space-agey Judy Jetson thing." In a video for Vogue, Stefani explained that she had just returned from touring prior to the VMAs and threw it together with items that she had been gifted, including the blue hair gel. "You would wear it too if it was free," she quipped. Not everyone loved Stefani's blue period, but the singer didn't let the critics' opinions wind her up. She said in her 2012 interview with Harper's Bazaar, "None of that stuff matters. There's something in me, being this passive person, that those kinds of things don't upset me." There's no doubt that Gwen Stefani rocked her pink hair. Gwen Stefani may have been pretty in pink at the first annual Artist Direct Online Music Awards in 1999. But the cheery color represented a not-so-happy time in the young singer's life. Reflecting on her pink hair era in a video for Vogue, she said, "If you go through a breakup or a really big change in your life, sometimes you go ahead and change your hair. You're trying to, I don't know, wash whatever those feelings are out of your hair." She also noted that she was trying to grapple with both her personal life and relatively new celebrity status. "I was really confused at this time. I was 29 years old. I was really confused about my relationship," she said. "I'd come off a long tour. I'd gotten famous. I got to buy a house. I got to move out of my parents' house. So much had happened. Though she didn't name names, she was linked to former husband Gavin Rossdale when she dyed her hair pink. Though no doubt was one of the biggest bands on MTV at the time, Stefani still went the DIY route when she was ready to change up the color of her tresses and picked up some Manic Panic from a drugstore. Though Stefani is worth even more than you may realize today, she wasn't always a rich girl. Yeah, no, at that time, too, I didn't have any budgets, she said. I didn't have a stylist. Blonde ambition grabbed hold of Gwen Stefani by 2000. Gwen Stefani was ready to get back to her signature platinum style. Though it isn't her natural hair color, it's long been a part of her identity. In a 2014 chat with Teen Vogue, she waxed nostalgic about going totally blonde for the first time. I remember my boyfriend and I had just broken up, and I was like, I don't care how much it costs, I'm getting my hair bleached. That's really when everything changed, she said. As she told Harper's Bazaar, the whole process took 8 hours. It was like I'd unlocked the key, she said. I remember feeling like, I have arrived. This is me. Finally. Today, stylist extraordinaire Danilo Dixon helps Gwen Stefani maintain her iconic blonde hair. With a client list that reads like a who's who of Hollywood, the Pantene Global Ambassador and Stefani met at a Vivienne Westwood show more than 2 decades ago. And the rest is hair story. I am very devoted and I have a wonderful collaborator, the man who has created some of Stefani's most iconic styles, told E! News. I have a theory, and Gwen has a desire. We're really proud of that, and we take it very seriously. The truth is, Gwen's hair has a career too. It has to entertain. It has to perform. That means maintenance. Taking a cue from Marilyn Monroe, who reportedly had her roots touched up every few weeks. Dixon tends to Stefani's roots weekly. Going back to her roots was a cool move for Gwen Stefani. It was a sweet escape from her blonde bombshell look when Gwen Stefani returned to something closer to the hair color she was born with. The music video for her 2004 single Cool. Gwen's an Italian girl with wavy brown hair. Her longtime stylist Danilo Dixon told Refinery29, if you look at the video for Cool, we did her in her natural shade, maybe a little darker. It's unclear whether or not the brown, bouncy bob was a wig, but regardless, the question remains, how do you keep someone as naturally dark as Stefani in a permanent shade of platinum without destroying her hair? Dixon won't spill the tea, but he has admitted that he created a super secret formula just for Mrs. Blake Shelton. We haven't used bleach since 2004, Dixon shared with E! News. I developed a high-lift formula that achieves the same effect but saves the quality of her hair. I did a lot of research and really looked at places of origins for blonde hair color like Germany and Scandinavia. I've spent years finding and testing new lines and technology. Since you can't get your hands on that super secret blonde formulation, unless you're Stefani, commoners who want to take care of their bleached blonde hair can try one of Dixon's other foolproof tricks. A leave-in conditioner. Dixon said he uses multiple conditioners on Stefani's hair and even uses it as a styling tool to keep her hair soft and manageable. Gwen Stefani double-dipped with a purple and black bob. Gwen Stefani has proved she is fearless when it comes to experimenting with hair color and style. One of her most daring looks was this double-dipped bob that featured a black stripe and purple tips that she wore in 2015. It's a do that was created by her stylist, Danilo Dixon, using shade Ultraviolet by one of Stefani's favorite at-home brands, Manic Panic, along with basic black. The horizontal color concept is a technique the stylist to the stars told People he created in 1980, called Limelight. What it relates to now, really, is ombre. It's almost a stacking of ombre, he described. It's different, because the pattern actually adds up. I intentionally created the feathering of the black to make it look like a tie-dye. Stefani debuted this punky edgy at Chicago's Riot Fest. It's funny because I suggested we kick it up because we were going to the Riot Fest and it's such an interesting festival and the talent there is so cool, so I was like, let's bring on the badass, said Dixon. Fortunately, his star client doesn't shy away from bold color and always pulls it off beautifully. Dixon said that's a feat not everyone can accomplish. Gwen always wears it. It doesn't wear her, he said of her sometimes shocking shades. And that's a big difference, too. Gwen Stefani's all about a fluffy ponytail.